What's up, all my Ewoks, Tribbles, Droids, and Wookiees? It's Anna, also at Star Wars Girl, and in today's video, I'm going to be doing a review of the Rings of Power episode 1 and 2 that were released recently on Amazon Prime. But before I get into that, everyone, my channel is Hardcore Shadowband here on YouTube, so every single like, share, comment really helps out my channel, fighting the pesky YouTube algorithm. And if you guys are new here and haven't yet, please take a minute, smash the subscribe button, and ring the bell for notifications. Make sure that that bell is set to all, that way you actually get notifications when I post new videos and live streams. Now, with that being said, on to the topic. All right, now I'm gonna try to not give any spoilers, but I'm pretty bad at that. So here's just like a little mini spoiler warning before I get into it. Now, overall, it was very pretty to look at, but I found for something that's a Lord of the Rings property, it really struggled to hold my complete undivided attention. I know some people were able to go to the theaters and watch it. I didn't want to. I would rather watch it in the comfort of my own home with my dog. And I was pretty bored. I'll be completely honest with you. It was dragging at times. I wasn't enthralled with any of the new characters. I think as far as visual wise, there were some shots, like establishing shots of the beautiful landscapes that, you know, that was when it captivated me, because I was like, wow, that's pretty. But overall, it was just kind of meh. And the little moments that were good, it didn't last very long. So that was pretty disappointing in and of itself. But I mean, it's really hard when you are trying to tell this story, but you're only limited to, you know, appendices from certain books. And I don't know. It felt like they were trying to force things in certain spots that just didn't really fit, and like shoehorn in kind of certain things, play up certain characters, and just not being able to highlight things about other characters that they probably should have. Out of all of the characters that were introduced, of course I liked Elrond the best. I was pleasantly surprised by the actor that they chose. At first glance, I was like, he doesn't look anything like Elrond that we know, like Hugo Weaving. And I was just kind of turned off by like the entire costuming and the way that they're changing the elves. So that was a little bit off-putting, but I think the actor did a really good job playing off the other actors and actresses that he was, you know, working with. It was like night and day compared to the actress playing Galadriel. She was absolutely terrible. I understand your brother died, but that doesn't give you the right to be a cunt to literally everyone around you, which she was. And it was really disrespectful to the character, in my opinion, because I mean, Galadriel, when you watch the very first Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring movie, and I'm comparing these guys as far as like what I'm seeing on screen to the Peter Jackson films. And I mean, I can say stuff based on the books, but based on performances, like as an actress, unless she was given specific instructions not to, you know, represent a younger Galadriel that we've seen in the films, I mean, I feel like that probably was the instructions that she was given. It's like, hey, I know Cate Blanchett did a good job, but make it your own. It's like, instead of paying homage to it and saying this is a younger version of her, which it still doesn't make sense, the aging, why she would look exactly like Cate Blanchett at the time that they want us to believe all of this is happening. So that's an irritation. But it just seems like when you have such a great actress that is Cate Blanchett, that, you know, when she was playing Galadriel, wouldn't you take inspiration from that and see how even when Galadriel does seem a little bit frustrated, she holds it with grace and composure, whereas this Galadriel, it's like, let me just have my resting Karen bitch face, but seeming like that she's had so much Botox that she can't move her face. So it's just like this frozen expression, and she's trying to act with just her eyes and not her complete face. It's pretty freaking bizarre. And I'm not saying that she has Botox. I'm saying that that's what it seems like to me, because like her face doesn't really move. It's just her trying to play up her eyes. And because her face is so frozen when she's delivering her lines, it's just dead. There's no real emotion in it. And the thing is, she's supposed to be hunting down Sauron because he killed her brother. And so that's her thing, and that's not a spoiler alert, it's in the freaking books. But maybe it is. Maybe if you've never read the books, then it is a spoiler. But she's trying to hunt down Sauron, and she's apparently the only one that cares about this threat. So every single elf and human and hobbit and dwarf are all stupid compared to Galadriel. Galadriel's the only intelligent one in Middle Earth, apparently, and she's the only one that's wary and aware of the goings-ons of evil. But she's the only one, by the way. So F to everyone else. F to Elrond. F to everyone except Galadriel. She is a queen embodiment of hashtag believe all women type of thing. And that was really exhausting. And it's like, you don't think that some people would be wary of this. I mean, if anything, the elves were, wary of men and wary of, the evils and the ongoings. And even though they did try to stay, a little bit neutral, they knew what was going on at all times, and they prided themselves in that. So to belittle every single other elf, it was a pretty stupid decision, in my opinion. I didn't like that at all. And I don't like this theme that they're doing in movies and TV shows nowadays, where it's like you have the one and it's always a female character. She always knows what's right. Everyone else is wrong. Nobody believes her. And then she comes back at the end with the "got you, I told you so" at the end. And I feel like that's exactly what they're going to be doing, because no one believes her. No guys believe her. They don't have her really. And this is what I thought was weird. She doesn't really interact with any other women except for like a couple humans, and that's like completely accidental, and they're the only ones that are nice to her until they find out she's an elf, and then they turn on her. And so I thought that was really weird, that the way that they want to play it is that she's so better than everyone, and you can't have her fighting with another woman, so you only have her around men at all times so she can be the bestest ever, and all the men around her are wrong and don't treat her with respect except for Elrond. It doesn't make any fucking sense, but that's what they're doing. And again, like bringing it back to Cate Blanchett, it's like, you can have a woman be powerful and respected and dignified without even having to lift a finger. The way that she used her magic in her mind, which they don't even play that up. How Elrond is, he's gifted with, foresight, and he can like sense people and, how far away they are and stuff like that. They bring that up. Like he's like, she's gone with, past my, my line of sight. Like I can't sense her, I can't see her anymore. They bring that up. So why at this time, Galadriel's thousands of years old, why aren't they bringing in her magic in any of these things? I mean, when you have her like with a frozen face and you want us to believe that she's conveying some kind of emotion, wouldn't you at least have her use her powers at some point, considering she's going face to face with bad guys, and she's having a battle of wills with her subordinates that wanted to basically commit mutiny against her on one of the missions? It's like, it doesn't make any sense that she wouldn't extend that power, because we know that's something that she will do, and that's why some people fear her. Heck, again, go look at what happened with Boromir. Like, it kind of blows my mind, but maybe they're not allowed to use it. I don't know why they wouldn't. It's just kind of irritating. Another thing that I don't know why they did this, but they left in our stars, and the stars come into play with two characters in certain plot points in this, and they show a shot of the sky, and multiple times you can see the Big Dipper and Orion's belt. Now, I don't know why they would leave in like regular well-known constellations that we see every single night. I don't know why they would do that, but they did. And that to me seemed a little lazy, because this is this, faraway land, this magical world, and you're leaving in our stars. That kind of bothered me. That instantly took me out of it, because I was like, why would that be in this fantasy universe. They don't do that in a lot of other, science fiction or fantasy. Heck, they didn't do that in, at least to my recollection, any Game of Thrones episodes when they show the stars. So why would they do it in this? That seemed to me like something that when you're spending millions and millions of dollars on this show, that would be something that you would take care of, in my opinion. Now, on the upside of this, I actually was pleasantly surprised of the hobbits, or the Harefoots. I liked the main one, Nori. At first, I was kind of hesitant, but I think that she did a good job of, that childlike wonder, and she is, a curious little hobbit as compared to the others, and I like the dynamic between her and her friend. And then the dude that came to Earth from the the meteorite that hits the Earth. So that's going to be an interesting play of events as they progress to find out who that character is. I've already said in a previous video that I think that might it's probably Gandalf, even though I don't know. I just have that feeling that it's Gandalf. I know other people think that it's Sauron and whatnot. There was a line that a human character says, and I don't think that this is a spoiler in particular, but he specifically says looks can be deceiving when he's looking at Galadriel. And that made me think, because I saw some fan theories going around that he's actually Sauron. So if you guys watch the episode, you'll know what character I'm talking about. But I thought that I mean, maybe I'm giving these writers more credit than they deserve, but I was like, oh, that's like a clever little line in there. Maybe that's a setup for later on that, it's not what it's not what it seems, because considering the humans that are, highlighted in these two episodes are the ones that, the elves are watching, because in the first age, the humans were in line with Mortag, the villain, and so they're being watched by the elves to see if they're going to try to bring him back in some way, or they're his followers, just like Sauron was. So the elves are wary of humans, or at least these certain humans, and that is a little bit of a plot point that they are trying to play up the racism in it, like elves and humans don't get along because of the racism and whatnot. They're really playing it that way, as compared to, you do realize that, your people were wrong in the past, and now, you're making up for it because you guys fucked up severely, and you guys aided the fucking villain that killed millions upon millions. So I think that them being kind of wary of you is a little understandable, and considering that they're not actually terrorizing you, they're just there to check in and to make sure that there's no uprising of you guys trying to bring back the embodiment of fucking evil. I think that's a little bit reasonable, but I mean, that's just me. And it's not like they're going and terrorizing. The two elves just come into town and be like, yo, everything cool? Everything cool? Okay, cool. Bye. Deuces. Right? And then it turned out that the elves are fucking spot on anyway. So, yes, that was a spoiler, I think. Oh, shit. Oh, well. I made it pretty far into this review without getting any, I think. So I think that one was pretty good. And then I'll finish off with, I think, the best part of the show was showing Durin and Elrond's friendship, and you actually getting to see dwarves. I was irritated that the dwarf woman didn't have beards. I know that was, a big issue in the beginning, but I mean, with all of this, you would think the attention to detail that they had in the world, or the minds of the dwarves, you would have thought that they would have at least done that. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you go and do that? Just that little extra step when you're doing this thing. Why wouldn't you give them beards? I understand it's probably annoying to have a fake beard on, but I mean, half the actors and actresses are wearing fake prosthetic ears, wigs, and beards of some sort, because there's no fucking way the actor that's playing Durin that beard is real. Give me a fucking break. So it did irritate me seeing that, and they did have, quite a few female dwarves walking around, so why not just give them beards? I don't get it. I don't know. It just seems extremely lazy to me that they didn't, as well as the laziness of not getting the stars right, and the laziness of like the costume design for some of these characters, like the entire armor that's designed for the elves, specifically, you know, the armor set that Galadriel and her men are wearing. It's so impractical. Based on that design, they wouldn't even be able to lift their arm above their, you know, head, or like, you know, their arm like this. And when you're fighting with swords, and, you know, it looks like it's what they're supposed to wear into battle, you would need your armor to be functional, which it's not. The armor that's designed for them is not functional at all. So, I mean, unless they all want to die going into battle, I mean, that's the best way to do it, is wear that kind of armor. The armor that the other elf was wearing, the one that is guarding or monitoring the little cities of humans, now that's a little bit more practical. It has a lot of, you know, spaces that are open, but I don't think he was wearing all of the armor for the set that he had. At least that's what it looked like to me. It looked like he was wearing it kind of lighter, like he didn't have his helmet with him or anything like that. So he might have had pieces missing. It didn't seem like he was wearing the full set, which in his defense, he wasn't expecting to go into battle. Not that he did. No spoiling that. But yeah, overall, it was pretty meh. And again, like when you think of Lord of the Rings, I expect like, oh my gosh, I'm excited. I'm going to sit here all day, watch the extended editions. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to be completely enthralled and enraptured in all of this. And instead it's like, when is this thing going to end? Like, how much longer is this? Like, that's what it felt. It was just dragging. Whenever Galadriel is off screen, it gets significantly better, but even then that's not saying much, because I mean, if you've read the books, then you know where this is going, and heck, even if you've seen the movies, you know exactly where all of this is going, so it's not like anything's really a surprise. So when they do try to surprise you with things, it does feel pretty forced. And I think that's why, like, the little things that aren't very important to the plot, like Elrond's friendship with Durin, and, you know, him going into the mines, and the little interactions with, you know, between them, those are really entertaining, because it's not like it's world breaking or anything like that. You get to see a little bit more of like the dwarves and their peak, and it's visually appealing and all of that. So I don't know why they don't do more stuff like that, but they're very interested in, you know, making Galadriel whamming hashtag all the bestest ever and whatnot. So I don't know. It's pretty meh. But anyways, everyone, I think if I keep talking, I'm going to spoil the show. So I'm going to end it here. Please let me know what you think about all of this down in the comment section. If there's something you guys want me to talk more about, let me know down in the comment section. If you guys like this video, please smash the like button. If you didn't, that's okay. Thank you so much for watching this far through. Again, let me know what you guys think about this episode, or these 2 episodes. Did you guys like it? Did you not like it? If you liked it, what did you like about it? And what did you not like about it? Let me know down in the comment section below. And again, guys, every single like, share, comment really, really helps out my channel fighting the pesky YouTube algorithms. And if you guys haven't yet, please take a minute, smash the subscribe button, or ring the bell for notifications. Make sure that that bell is set to all, that we actually get notifications when I post videos and live streams. And until next time, I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And may the force be with you, because we are really, really, really going to need it. Bye, everyone. What's up, everyone, and thank you so much again for watching my channel and my content. And if you would like to support me further, because I am not sponsored in any way, shape, or form, as much as I want Mio to get behind me and sponsor me, because I love Mio, I actually created something. I created a cosplay calendar of some of your favorite video game characters, and this is the second cosplay calendar I have done. Everyone really liked the first one, and so, you know, I really am grateful for everyone that's come out and support this one as well. It means the world to me. We already broke the total from last year's entire campaign in the first 30 days of this campaign. So thank you once again, everyone, so much for your support. And if you guys are new here and you guys don't know me, well, then this is a really good way to, you know, get to know me and back my calendar and support my channel. There's a lot of really popular characters that were, you know, requested for the first calendar, like Samus. So I started off with her. And unlike Hollywood, as I try to give you guys what you want, I try to give fans and nerds and, you know, all of us that have been told F you by Hollywood, to give, you know, you guys what you want and what, I want, which is staying true to characters and trying to, do the best version of them that I possibly can. So as you guys can see here, this is my Jill Valentine. I got Jade from Mortal Kombat. I got the one and only Lara Croft, my girl Lara. Then I have Miranda from Mass Effect. Now I'm still adding images of these characters. There are going to be 12 different ones. And if you guys are interested in, supporting an independent content creator like myself, this is the way to do it. I do the photos, I, do the cosplay, I ship everything out myself. So this is a 100% my own project. So if you guys, again, want to support me and my channel and keep everything rolling, please consider backing my cosplay calendar. I would really appreciate it. The links are down in the description below. So please check that out if you guys haven't already. And if this isn't something for you, then maybe take a second and, share it to somebody who this might be, something they'd be interested in. Once again, everyone, thank you so much and have a great rest of your day.